Working the holidays sucks. No, there's no making it any better. It just really sucks. Well, I did agree to do this. It seems like every holiday I've worked in the last 15 years has turned into a complete clown show. Especially after COVID. I don't know why. Well, I know why, but it's just been an absolute complete mess. Yeah. I'm over here in Brookhaven, Mississippi today, and it's the day before Christmas, and it's just been a complete mess. Basically, this time of year, all anybody ever wants to do is play catch up. Companies always seem like they always say they got plenty of freight, but then every place is closed and nobody's hauling anything. So I'm not sure where the plenty of freight thing is coming in, but everybody wanting to go home, it really does kind of screw up a lot of things. And trust me, if I had my druthers, I'd be home too. But the truck was in the shop the first part of the month, so I thought I'd kind of try to make up a little bit. Didn't have anything big going on anyways. But that being said, you come out here, and the time between, about a week before Christmas to the first of the year gets weird. Due to all the healthy living that's promoted out here, I was in a McDonald's the other night because that was the option. And from the back, I could hear Dr. Dre's The Chronic album going on. I knew it was the album because we went through several songs because, well, when you got stoners making hamburgers, it's going to take just a little bit longer. And there's a very good chance the order's going to be incorrect. It was highly incorrect, but it was also McDonald's. So it was kind of a double whammy, and I wasn't going for the trifecta. So I rolled in yesterday to check in because of the way the E-log works. And I said, I got a 7 a.m. Said, nobody comes in till 3:45 in the afternoon. I was like, well, these people set the appointment, so something's going to happen. So after telling her, no, that's not right because I've been here a lot. It's kind of like that Ron Swanson quote when he goes to Home Depot and the guy asks him if he wants help, and he says, no, I know more than you. It literally was that quote. But I just got back in my truck and went back to the truck stop, which was full up. So then I come back this morning, and Methany is working here. So apparently she learned different somewhere along the way. She was still here, or she came back, which was shocking. Anyhow, so we're getting in, and the only thing I hope today is that these lumpers are motivated to get out of here. My big fear is these guys are getting double time and a half to work on a Sunday, and they're going to take their time. That's, it's a double-edged sword. So it's the next day, it's Christmas, and a few things have changed. It's no longer warm. Yes, I ended up in winter. Drove right into it, in fact. It was fall when I woke up this morning. So, I'm away up in Nebraska. So, let's get someplace warm. Working the holidays is always somewhat of a clown show, but it doesn't have to be bad. Part of why I took this run was it's what was there. There's not a whole lot of freight moving right now. Everybody keeps saying there's freight, but I have yet to see it. So it's just what there was. And this storm actually hit a little early, so hey. Now, I'm not gonna lie, dealing with customers this time of year leaves a lot to be desired. They don't want to be out here any more than I do. But it's the nature of the beast. The weather was talking like it was going to be 60 some odd degrees until about 2 days ago, and then all of a sudden they changed the forecast and said, oh, by the way, it's going to snow on Christmas. Everybody's like, yay, white Christmas, and I'm like, ooh. So it is what it is. But that being said, dealing with customers leaves a lot to be desired. So you kind of got to give a little, take a little, and sometimes it just kind of all sucks. Now, truthfully, I had shot a whole nother video about working over the holidays with what I'm doing, but I didn't like it. It was kind of a bummer. So I thought I'd try to do something, make something light, and just, it's Christmas time, man. There's no reason to be upset about this. And besides, I'm the one that put myself in this position. I'll explain. I could have gone home and spent this time, and basically it was most of last week and then taking another 2 weeks off. But considering I would have only worked 1 week in December, I thought it would be prudent that I put a little more work in. Thought my family was going to be gone, and as usual, everybody changes plans and a bunch of people showed up. Everyone except me. But that's the nature of the beast. So I decided to work, and I got a good load down to Mississippi, and now I got to go going back to Nebraska. Got 3 stops. Not a big fan of multi-stops, but I'll tell you why I took it. I took it because I like my dispatcher. He's a good guy, and he was running down south, and everybody wanted to go home, and this load needed to go. I mean, he's been trying to get people to haul this load for several days. Everybody's going home. Nobody's around. They all just wanted to go, and the load just sat. And that happens this time of year. Well, the customer's screaming and yelling, wanting it. Well, you know what? Well, looking outside, he's going to have to wait another day. Well, it's Christmas. He's going to have to wait another couple of days anyways. But, like I said, I really didn't have a whole lot of choice if I wanted to run, and truthfully, I was out over the holidays, you know, running. So what do? You just sometimes have to take what's there. It's nothing personal. Sometimes that's all there is. I don't think there's as much freight out there as they keep saying there is during this time of year. I mean, when you talk to some of these guys, they act like there's freight falling out of their butts, but then when you look around and you see everything closing and nobody's got anything and this, that, and the other thing, I'm just not seeing it. So, I don't know. I don't work in that side of the office, but from this point, I'm not seeing it. So, what we're seeing here is just pretty much, this is where I'm at right now. It's been moving around. So, we're in a blizzard warning, but it looks like it's going to double back on us. Let's zoom out a little more. Yeah. Oh boy, oh boy. So, I guess I'm just going to camp out here and see what happens tonight. Now, on a funny note, I did see a very sad high-speed chase. Well, it was a chase. It wasn't a high-speed. Last night, I caught it on my dash cam. Guy had 2 flat tires, chased by 1 cop. It was like one lone desperado slowly moving to get away from the arm of the law, trying to catch the other desperado. But there's only 1 cop, so yeah, I got it on my dash cam. So as we're heading up here, this car that was passing me, this pickup, that car was coming right for him. So he slows down, and the guy ends up going back into the center medium. But yeah, he had 2 flat tires, and I wish it was a better light, because it was, he was trying. I'll give him that. He was trying, but I imagine he was caught up the road. Well, it is the Christmas season, and I wish that guy good luck, good tidings, and hopefully a good bond reduction. But that stuff, like, you see that more around New Year's, but it's a clown show. So what next for this clown show? Well, you gotta wait for the storm now. One thing for sure is that at this time of year, you don't really have that much trouble finding parking, especially a lot of the bigger chains. A lot of the smaller ones and more of the urbanized settings and whatnot, they're full of people just dump their stuff there and go home. They're just, yeah. But like up here, I haven't had a bit of luck or a bit of trouble finding a place to park. So I guess that's good, and it'll probably be that way for at least the next week, week and a half. I can handle that. So it's the next day after Christmas, and it snowed. Apparently the trash can slid down to the parking lot too. So I guess I need to check the road conditions. So as we take off here, looking around, road seems to be okay for the most part. Of course, that may just mean there's nobody on it. Looks like Highway 6 is closed in spots. Hooray! And it's going to be a clown show. So I guess I'll have to, yep, see. Yep, not excited, but we'll get it done. And now I need to check the weather. And in checking the weather, it looks like it's going to be a good time had by all on top of that. So I guess there's nothing for me to do, but I guess just start driving. So, alright. Well, that thoroughly sucked. But on a bright note, there's a gal out here with a Sheltie who's absolutely loving the snow, so it's fun to watch puppies play in the snow. So, the day's not off to a bad start. That dog was having the time of its life. Look, working on the holidays sucks. I'm not gonna lie. But it doesn't mean it has to be bad. Things like this happens. It is December. So, I guess we'll just take it one day at a time. You guys be safe, man, out here. If you're out driving and all that, just be safe and try to make the best of it. That's all this video was about, was just making the best of what was going to knowingly be just a crappy situation. So I appreciate it. Thanks for watching. Be safe out there. We'll see you next video.